Dash with Carol Dixon is all about life and how to live that life positively, productively, and prayerfully. After 50 years of ministry, Dr. Dixon is qualified to address any topic of life from a biblical perspective. Let's listen now as Dr. Dixon shares nuggets with us about wise people ask questions and then listen.
Well, bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Oh, God bless you on today. Do you know wise people ask questions and then listen? Proverbs 20:5 says, people's thoughts can be like a deep well, but someone with understanding can find the wisdom there. That's good, isn't it? If you want to be wise, learn how to ask wise questions. Wise people ask questions and then listen. See, your thoughts can be like a deep well. And when someone is talking, someone with understanding can find the wisdom. Find the wisdom. Why? Because you're listening. Everybody has something to teach you. Just like it's worth the effort to draw water from a deep well. It's worth the time and attention to draw wisdom from another person. Yes. Now, you might be saying, how do you draw the wisdom out of every person? You learn to ask smart questions. Yes, I've done some traveling. God has blessed me to travel quite a bit around the world. I've traveled different places in the world. And I've asked questions. I'll ask a question. I've raised my children and I've told them, I don't care. If no one's asking a question and you have one, ask that question because that's how you learn, okay? And so I would ask questions of the tour guides. I'd ask questions if it's something I wanted to know. Oh, yes. And when you do that, you'll find that people have things to teach you. If you know the right questions to ask, you can learn from anybody. Yeah. And one thing I've realized is that I never learn anything while I'm talking. If my mouth is moving, I'm not learning. You don't learn when you're talking. You learn when you're listening. So you've got to learn to listen. Wise people ask questions and then listen. A late American TV host, Larry King, he once said this in one of his interview shows. He said, if the host is talking 50% of the time, something is terribly wrong. The host should listen the most and talk the least. A good TV host, that's what it said, sets up the question and then just listens. I've done a lot of interviews. I've done a lot of talking with people over the years. And I found fewer and fewer hosts are following that advice. Fewer and fewer people asking questions are following that advice. More often, I'm looking at people asking questions, and then their whole goal is to draw attention to themselves and not about the object of the question. Have you ever noticed that? In your life, be more like the host who has learned to listen. Be a person who believes you can learn from anyone. You just have to be willing to ask good questions and then listen. That's the mark of a wise person. Wise people ask questions and then listen. Try spending a whole day focusing on listening rather than talking. You'll see that it makes a grave difference, all right? And you'll draw wisdom out of people. And you need to learn from wise questions that you ask. And if you do that, you'll find that you'll learn important things. You'll find that you'll learn certain things of where you can go and what you can do that will extend the quality of life down here on this earth. Wise people ask questions and then listen. Salam. I am Carol Dixon, and this is Dash.
We know you have been inspired. Your faith has been built, giving you a new perspective. Tell someone about Dash with Carol Dixon podcast. Someone you know needs to tune in. We're always on 24/7. Spread the word, won't you? We're helping you and many others with a positive, productive, and prayerful word. Thank you for joining us today. Take a moment now to leave a rating, review, and subscribe to our podcast app. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for listening to Dash with Carol Dixon.